It wasn't no coincidence that Key Glock, he almost got hit up during the album release. They said that Moneybagg Yo was the one who sent it. And I want everybody to know, Memphis don't play no games, but when your name ringing, your name ringing. Look what happened to Big Jook. He paid the money to Big Jook. Big Jook gave the money to Black Youngster to give to Govan. As soon as Govan got the money, this is where everything got into motion. I want everybody to know, if you rocking with Young Dolph, throw the Dolphins down in the comment section. Let me know what side you on. Did you rock with CMG before, or is you rocking with CMG now? Because it's Dolph land.
And Raven was texting, Kiosha James about where Young Dolph was at when he was about to come out. She was watching him from multiple different angles, about 3 or 4 different angles. She also had another guy in another car recording a video to send a message, and also to send it to Yo Gotti during this time. When everything happened, Raven was texting Yo Gotti saying, yes, the hit was made. I did it. It was accomplished. Where's the money? When are we going to meet up? Yo Gotti met up with Raven later, and Kiosha James, he paid him half a cut. He said thank you for their services. He thought everything was going to be kept on the low, but through police surveillance and forensics and investigations with our best detectives and our DEA agents, we found out on the Makita's Cookies cameras, that it was Kiosha James, and where Raven exactly was at. Raven thought she was slick, but there was a camera on her the whole time, as well as the getaway car. And we found on the files of the computer from the Makita's Cookie store, they didn't want to cooperate with our investigation, so we had to dig a little further into the tunnel of the investigation. We found on the computer that we had our best hackers from the government.
No, talk about Yo Gotti paying Big Jook.
And when we found the files on the computer, Yo Gotti was involved in paying Big Jook.
Yo Gotti put the money out there. RP Young Dolph, throw the Dolphins down in the comment section. This is where Black Youngster came into play. This is why Black Youngster, he was so happy for Young Dolph to get sent up. RP Young Dolph, because regardless of how they look at it, they not just gonna let the girl who was right there with the red shirt, she stepped to the back. That was the girl who went to the back to get the water for Young Dolph. And a lot of people kept on asking, what is this girl name? What is her name? Raven said she won't release her name. They don't need to know all that. Old girl was in jeopardy for her life because they wanted to come back and make sure she shut her mouth. This is why Black Youngster kept riding around airways. I want y'all to know one thing. The girl right there who had on the all black, she had her cell phone out. She was posing and everything. And if you go back and look at the footage, you can actually see the girl standing right there. The girl was taking multiple pictures. She got a whole lot of footage. And then next thing you know, she kept pushing her finger down. Wow, who was she sending this to? Like at the end of the day, we know for a fact MPD, they investigators, they know for a fact that as soon as they rolled up, they saw everybody stepping back. Everybody tried to step back. I want y'all to let me know what color car that they said that Kiosha James stated in the initial police report that she saw. She said that she saw the same white car but a different brand. If you was that close to what's going on, you would have been able to see exactly what car that was. You knew that one, whatever car they stated. I want everybody to let me know down in the comment section, because if you in the hood and you ran past and you see a camo car and you know it's only one person who got 15 camo cars in Memphis, why would you act like you didn't know who that was? And you kept on saying somebody got laid down. They was busting. Next thing you know, you walking up with the camera right there, and all she got in the picture was the dude who had the black car. Who black car was that parked in front of Makita's? Whoever black car that was, they had something to do with it. It didn't have no tinted windows or nothing, but it was on the crime scene. Who was in that black car? I want y'all to let me know down in the comment section, because the way that old girl pulled up, you with your boyfriend first off. Second off, y'all had to been the ones record the video from the gas station. If you ran past and you see somebody just pulled over there, how you not gonna know that that's Young Dolph? Everybody know that's Young Dolph car. Young Dolph was laying right there. You see it's a tall person with their arm hanging out the window. It's glass all right there. Regardless of how they look at it, They know that it was a setup. Yo Gotti set his brother up, and he set up Young Dolph. He had to get his brother out the way. If he didn't get his brother out the way, he was gonna end up getting got. Y'all already know how they get down in the hood. Everybody know for a fact that the feds, once they kick in, they already said Yo Gotti is a prime suspect in this whole thing because he the one that got the most money. If Big Jook wouldn't have kept on saying that Young Dolph was, you feel me, bothering their whole CMG label and all this, man, Big Jook was still on the side dealing with Young Dolph. They had ties together. They was doing their own business under the table until it all went bad.
And it's kind of interesting when you think about the whole crime scene, because the woman that was taking the pictures, why didn't she run away from the gunshots? Why didn't she run away from the windows being shattered, all these cars pulling up, Young Dolph coming out bleeding and falling to the floor? She just took pictures. She didn't call cops. And then she also walked to the getaway car when it pulled up. She didn't run to the getaway car. She walked to it just like as if it was a normal car coming to pick her up. Drove away, thought she was going to be, unnoticed, undiscovered. We came to find out, though, that we're having to find out more information through Raven, and Raven's not really wanting to talk right now. So Yo Gotti, we're also having our best detectives, our best people talk to him right now, trying to get the information that we need to know so we could get the justice for Young Dolph. And
B.O. LaKinney, he didn't want to even get himself involved in this, but y'all know he stay walking around with that 10 milli. Everybody, y'all can really put it into perspective how they tried to sweep it under the rug that the girl Kiosha James was caught on the footage at the scene. Her boyfriend was there. Was her boyfriend a distraction? I want y'all to let me know in the comment section, because from what the forensic evidence is pointing to, it's pointing to Big Jook. He was right across the street. He was the one who gave the money out. Everybody know this in Memphis. And if you from Castelia, you already know exactly how they get down. You know for a fact they ain't playing no games, and they get money out there. I want y'all to really pay close attention, because Raven, she tucking her tail now. Raven, she already said that Kiosha James ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, but her boyfriend, why didn't she run away from the gunshots? Why would you ride to the gunshots? Like, regardless of what's going on, why would you hop in your car and then ride up there? You see that the gunshots came from over there, but then you see Young Dolph's car right there. Why wouldn't you even stand right there and wait and duck yourself and hide your kids and stuff? You said you was with your kids. But now you pulling up to the scene where they shooting at. You seeing the car pull off. You seeing Big Jook pull off. But you want to act like you don't know what really went down or what transpired at that specific event. You not finna run to no gunshots and then look back and see a camo car. This is an expensive car that's bulletproof, that's right here at the cookie shops. You know Young Dolph always come to the cookie shop when he come back into town. How you gonna act like you don't know that that's Young Dolph up in there? That all goes back to you has something to do with it. And from what MPD is saying, they got her. They got her. It's over with now. Because regardless of how she look at it, she shouldn't have never got caught on that footage being at that scene. I want y'all to know, the lady with the red shirt, she had the bags in her hand. She was the one who was basically able to give a good, perfect description of Young Dolph when he was right there in Makita's with his arm out the window. For the simple fact she was standing right there. It wasn't no yellow tape right there. As soon as they started putting yellow tape up, they blocked everything off. Once they blocked everything off, it was over with, because one reason. We knew for a fact that they didn't want them study recording Young Dolph laying on the ground. That's sad, man, because me and J and them had to see that. And if they would have got any more footage out there, if they would have never blocked it off, them people would have been posting all type of stuff up there. Young Dolph laying right there. R.I.P. Young Dolph. Throw the Dolphins down in the comment section and give me your honest opinion. Do you think Kiosha James, she should have instantly stayed where she was and not involved herself in this? He had on a gray hoodie afterwards. He had on a blue hoodie before that. He switched it before he even hopped out the car. They was following Young Dolph this whole time. They got Keosha James' boyfriend in questioning right now. They had a brief investigation dealing with Keosha James' boyfriend. They said that this was the guy who hopped out the car. He changed his clothes. We're not going to mistake the fact that he was there at the scene when this happened to Young Dolph. I want everybody to pay close attention because this is something that everybody didn't know that happened. Everybody already knew for a fact that Keosha James was right there at that gas station. As soon as she pulled from the gas station, she saw the dude shooting. How did you see the dude shooting? Why would you even pull up acting like you didn't know that was Young Dolph's car right there? You should have knew something bad was happening in Young Dolph before you even hopped out the car. You knew for a fact when you was recording that video, and this is coming straight from Houston, you guys. I want everybody to know, MPD, they already stated as soon as they looked at the reports that Keosha James, her boyfriend, he was the one that hopped out the car and started recording.